Well, ladies and gentlemen, your New York Knicks in a do or die, win or go home. Win or go home game 5, they come out with a bang. And they beat the Indiana Pacers, final score 111-94. We can all breathe a sigh of relief. Absolutely incredible game for me, New York Knickerbockers. First and foremost, if you're new here, hello. Smash the like button, subscribe, all the good stuff. Welcome. What a game. And coming into today, I came into tonight with a sense of confidence. I did. And you could tell the Knicks were on a mission to start this game. Jalen Brunson to start this basketball game was absolutely incredible. Our captain, when we needed him the most, has heard all the noise in the national media. Ball hog this, ball hog that, the ball sticks. Jalen Brunson set the tone for this basketball game, and the New York Knicks did not look back after that. He set the tone. Then in the second quarter, passed the baton to Brunson and Towns. And here we are, 3-2 going back to Indiana. Exactly what most of us Knicks fans wanted. Exactly what most of us Knicks fans predicted coming into tonight, because you did not want to lose at home again in back-to-back seasons to this Indiana Pacer team, as they were to send you home again. That was not happening in our building. That was not going to happen. And Jalen Brunson did not let that happen in the first quarter. Jalen Brunson was phenomenal, ladies and gentlemen. Pull up his first quarter stats in his game. First quarter, Jalen Brunson, 14 points, 6 of 9 from the field, 2 of 3 from 3. 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 77.8 true shooting percentage. Amazing game from our captain and Jalen Brunson, ladies and gentlemen. Amazing game. Your two best players, Jalen Brunson and Brunson and Towns, stepped the F up when we needed them the most. Great game from them. OG, I thought, with a sneaky good game as well. 1 of 7 from threes, missing his open threes, though. Defensively, we saw good stuff from OG Anunoby tonight. And I just want to give a shout out to Landry Shamet. The DJ Erhorn is back, ladies and gentlemen. Knicks 3-2. Can we do this? Can we do this? We can do this, guys. We can do this. Don't want to get crazy here, but we can do this. One game at a time. You got one. Now you're going back to Indiana. And all you have to do is win in Indiana. And then game 7, it's up in the air. We can do this, guys. I believe in this team. Tonight showed me that they were not going to lay down. And I love the changes that they made defensively. Mainly from Mikal Bridges. Putting his hands on Tyrese Halliburton from full court. Better job guarding Tyrese Halliburton, who was a ghost tonight. Making him feel you. Putting your hands on him. Full court. That's what we wanted. You got to be aggressive with these boys. Love what I saw from Mikal. Better game from Mikal Bridges defensively. Much better game from Mikal Bridges defensively. But the bench. The bench. Guys. First and foremost, Landry Shamet. Dude is a baller. In the first half, I had myself questioning, like, bro, this man needs to play, man. Reward him. Tom Thibodeau to reward him. Because Landry Shamet is proving that he is on a mission to play more. He is playing tremendous defense, had a tremendous defensive stop in the first half. Getting the crowd involved in the second half in that fourth quarter. The aggressiveness on defense from Shamet and the luxury that you get with him hitting his threes. His shot is so pure, you think it's going in every single time. Landry Shamet, I thought, played a phenomenal basketball game for this Knicks team. Shamet's defense is underrated, really underrated, fighting over picks. Second quarter was an insane quarter for Landry Shamet. The defensive possession where he fought through like 2 screens and then they wind up turning the ball over, and then you see the passion. You see him look over to the next bench like, come on, man. I'm built for this. Fourth quarter, you see him, another great defensive possession on the baseline. Off of I think it was Nemhar's foot, waving to the crowd like, come on. Come on. Landry Shamet is really taking advantage of his opportunity, and I'm loving that Tom Thibodeau is going back to him. And Tom Thibodeau, you see what Shaman and Wright can bring. Now, DeLon Wright got to get those layups down, buddy. You got to get that layup package going there, buddy. I mean, come on. We can't be missing layups now. I love the steal, but you got to just put it up. Dunk it. DeLon Wright brings a defensive intensity. DeLon Wright and Landry Shamet, they bring a defensive intensity off the bench. And I thought the Knicks can correct that because remember in the first quarter, they closed that quarter poorly. Second quarter, they closed it poorly as well. And I think that was due to fatigue in that first quarter. So you saw Tom Thibodeau adjust that in the third quarter by taking Jalen Brunson out with 2 minutes to go and putting in DeLon Wright, because you have to do everything perfect against this team. You have to close the quarters well. You can't turn the ball over. And I glossed over Mitchell Robinson, but Mitchell Robinson was phenomenal tonight as well. Phenomenal game for Mitch. It seems like they have a plan for him. It seems like they're starting him, and they're sticking with Josh Hart throughout the entire half. And look, Josh Hart, good game from Josh Hart, I thought. But there was a time in that fourth quarter where I thought Tom Thibodeau should have took out Hart and put back in Shaman. Instead, he subbed out Shaman and left in Hart. So even though Josh Hart is not starting, he did have some great rebounds tonight. And right when I tweeted that, he had a good defensive possession, pushing the pace, and won. So I'm not talking crap about Josh Hart. I just love what I saw from Shamet, love what I saw from Wright. And then here we are. We're tied. I mean, it's 3-2. It's 3. I was about to say we're tied. You know that? I was about to say we're tied. We're not tied yet. Appreciate you guys in the chat, man. Really appreciate you guys in the chat. Subscribe, like, all the good stuff. Appreciate the members in here. Loud and clear. What up? Eddie, what up? Dis Rover. Zaire says bench mob. Let's go. Bench mob. Bench mob. Edwin, let's go. What's going on, Edwin? Clint up Siakam. Hallie. El Figgy, what's good? Stand up. Dino says we winning in 7. Kayla says I love my Knicks, but it almost feels like Indiana let them win. Nah, come on, Kayla. Nah, they didn't let them. No way. No way. No way that's possible. The Knicks just came into tonight with a sense of urgency that, quite frankly, is what us Knicks fans have been craving and have been wanting this team to do. They came in the first quarter hot. And when I say hot, Jalen Brunson, phenomenal open to the first quarter. Phenomenal open. West End says, let's go Knicks. Speed Demon, hit that like button. Mr. Nice with the super chat. Appreciate you, Mr. Nice. Always thank you for the support, man. Really appreciate you. We still in this B. Knicks in 7. Let's go. Favorite watch tonight was from JB. I mean, just look at this absurd stat line, guys. 12 of 18, 4-7 from 3, 4-4 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, plus 18, 32 points. That's how you play, JB. That's how you shut people up. That's how you shut people up. You heard the noise. You heard the noise. It was starting to come out. Jalen Brunson. Can we win a championship with him? You know he feeds off of that. And I just love the way Jalen Brunson came out tonight with the sense of, he had that look in his eye like, we are not losing this game on our home court. This is not going to be allowed again. In back-to-back seasons, I am not allowing the Indiana Pacers to send us home. We're still alive. It's 3-2 now. Still got plenty of work to do. Still got to win 2 more. But you did what you were supposed to do. It's one game at a time. Now we're going back to Indiana, and let's do this. If there's any team that I believe in, it's our Knicks. Our Knicks have shown that with their backs up against the wall, they have come out and persevered every single time. They have answered the bell. I do not expect them to lay down in Indiana. I do not expect them to do that. I feel like it's going to be another hard-fought game. It's going to be another dogfight. And let's bring this back to Madison Square Garden for a Game 7. But I feel like this Knicks team tonight found some recipe that they can carry over to Game 6. And you see when you take away the head of the snake, you see what happens. Look at the Pacers, 94 points. You see what happens when you take away Tyrese Halliburton. You see what happens when you're aggressive with them. You see what happens when you put your hands on them. Play up on them. Play physical. 8 points, 6 assists, 2 steals. Nothing. Nothing. Good job, Mikal. And it wasn't just Mikal, it was a team effort. Clogging the lanes. OG, Brunson, Shamet. Guys, how about lately, guys? Landry Shamet, guys. Landry Shamet was incredible tonight, man. Incredible. Bench mob. You got to trust them, though. You got to trust them. I feel like we're here. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's go, man. D Sports, what up? Joel says I had a good reason. Kayla says I'm praying for my boys in Indiana. Let's go. Let's go. This was a decisive win. We should have closed out Game 1. We need to keep up this momentum in Indy and take that Saturday game. Let's go. Let's go. Jose says real captain is right here. That's how you do it, man. That's the recipe. You open up the game with your captain, lights out, shooting lights out, hitting his threes. The 3 that he hit in that first quarter, MSG was loud, like loud. I screamed. When he hit back to, I screamed. I was like, let's go. We back. From that moment on, I knew, all right, these guys are locked in, man. No slow starts. Let's stop that. Sustain a lead, keep a lead, and win. Sustain a lead from start to finish, keep the lead, play with defensive intensity, trust your bench, Tom. Trust your bench, which I thought Shaman should have played more in that second half. That was my little complaint about that, but we good. Trust your bench. Shaman's awesome, and I'm happy that Tom Thibodeau made the switch. And Shaman, boy. Marshawn says, salute. Let's go, Knicks. Mr. Knight says, if we get anything from OG and Bridges together, we're unbeatable. Yeah, there was a point in the first half, Bridges defensively was awesome on Hallie, but hit his mid-range. Obviously, he was 0 for 3 tonight from 3. OG Anunoby is just going through a shooting slump currently. 1 of 7 from 3. He's missing wide-open threes, like wide-open triples. And, you know, what'd you shoot as a team tonight? 8 of 29, 27%, and you still won. 27% and you still won. So, Crimes Dad, what up? Appreciate you. Bridges 0 of 3. Pretty open, too. OG 0 of 3. I would say, again, like in game 4, a lot of those were open. So he just has to convert that. Cat, I'm not worried about Cat. Gutted it out, man. He came into tonight questionable, and we all knew in the back of our mind that he's going to play. He's going to play. And he gutted it out. The Indiana Pacers do not have anyone to stop Karl-Anthony Towns. Nobody can guard Karl-Anthony Towns. Miles Turner is food defensively. Food. He cannot guard Karl-Anthony Towns. Cat can get to the rack every single time. Every single time. Wild boy Trey. Shaman is our secret weapon. It's a Thibs miracle. 11 guys played tonight. Gabriel says, I imagine this is what meth feels like. Oh, Gabriel. Let's chill out. Let's chill out. Crimes Dad, what up, man? Shamit locked in. Gabe says Wright should have hella played more. Right? Yeah. I mean, one thing about Tom, that we could pick on. Is his constant playing of Josh Hart. I get it. But you hope that doesn't come back in a game. It bit him in game 4. Tonight it didn't bite him. Josh Hart, I thought he played with more aggressiveness. 10 rebounds, great rebounds for Josh. 4 assists, 12 points for Josh. You hope that at times during a game he can read the game and see the impact that Shamit was bringing him throughout the game. And you just hope that he deviates. Like, all right, Shamit's playing really well. Let me not take that guy out. And let me keep him in the game. Because he has a ball of energy. So, one quarter, one game at a time, like El Figgy says. Let's go. If we clean up those turnovers and get more offense from our wings, it's game 7 all the way. Yeah, Mikal and OG got to step up in Indiana offensively. OG got to hit his threes. Lamar says Miles Turner is dog meat. Let's go. This Rover says, Aunt Josh almost killed us in the third. This Rover, I know you saw me on TikTok questioning the substitution decision. How many turnovers did Josh Hart today? 3 turnovers for Josh. It seems like him and Thibs have like some look. I'm not gonna complain tonight. The Knicks played a great game. Your captain balled the F out. Brunson and Towns balled the F out. Josh did some good things. Shamit did some good things. Wright did some good things. Wright just got to work on his layup package. Precious, I thought, even they did the hack and Mitch in the first half, and Precious came in and got an and one. And I'm like, okay, the guys are locked in. You have Precious Achua come in and get the and one. Well, that's a strategy. Cat with the foul trouble again. Pacers go to the hack of Mitch to kind of, get him out the game. And Precious comes in and actually does a solid job. That's called staying ready. And how about the presence for Mitchell Robinson in this game? I haven't even mentioned Mitchell Robinson, but I think 20 minutes of very valuable minutes from Big Mitch. 3 of 3 from the field, 6 boards, 1 offensive rebounds, 1 steal, 6 points. In that third quarter, amazing from Mitch. This was a team effort. This was Knicks basketball. Like Jalen Brunson said at the postgame, we play Knicks basketball tonight. That's what Jalen Brunson said. Right? And also, under the radar, shout out to Deuce McBride, by the way. Let's see if you guys can hear my Deuce drop. I think I put this together. McBride 3. You can hear the Deuce a little bit. McBride 3. The reason why I want to shout out Deuce McBride is because he did 2 hard fouls tonight. And that's what the hell I'm talking about. It's the playoffs, man. It's the playoffs. Deuce McBride with 2 hard fouls tonight. And they reviewed the second one on Siakam. I'm like, why are you reviewing that, man? And Reggie Miller was like, why are you reviewing that? That's what I'm talking about, man. It's the playoffs. Hard fouls. Let's go. And you saw the cat stare down at Mathurin. Stared him down. Let's go. Come on, man. It's the playoffs. Let's go. Oh, man, Mitch had a crazy strong game. He made up for that dumb inbound and then some. Yeah, that inbound, that turnover to Jalen Brunson on that inbound play. But, yeah, in that third quarter, Mitch was great. Mitch was great. Mitch was great, man. OG got to the line. Cat was dominant, man. The beauty of Cat is like, look, yes, he struggles defensively. But he is so gifted offensively, guys. So gifted. And that's why the Pacers made that little run. Right? They made a little run because Cat got into foul trouble. So you're sitting there like, 20-point lead got cut to 10. And you're sitting there like, oh, no, not again. And then the Knicks went on a little 10-0 run again to end the quarter. And that was pretty much the final dagger. When the Knicks answered the Pacers run with another run of their own, that was when I'm like, okay, this Knicks team is locked in, man. You're not losing the lead. You're not doing any of those shenanigans. Let's go. Let's go. Appreciate the follows, guys. Appreciate the subs, the likes. Smash the like button. See some day ones in here. Knicks, it's going back to Indiana. It's going back to Indiana. That's what we wanted as Knicks fans. Right? That's what we wanted. And I said, me personally as a fan, right? If the New York Knicks do this, and I think they can, I am printing that Tyrese Halliburton image from game 1. You guys know what I'm talking about. And I'm putting it on my wall. If they do this. That will be the ultimate chokes on you. Let's feed off of that a little bit. Still got work to do in Indiana. But if they do this, I'm telling y'all, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. Hit the Discord. Get your call a little bit later. Yeah. Bench, man. Going back to the bench. And how about Naismith with the flop of the year? Aaron Naismith with the flop of the year. And I'll put up the highlights in a second. But I really just love the way this Knicks team close out the quarters better in the second half, because the Pacers in the first quarter, they close out the quarter on a 10-2 run. And you're sitting there like, okay, come on. Let's answer back. So every time the Pacers made a little run, you had the Knicks respond, right? And you had the crowd engaged. You had Shamet going crazy. DeLon with another steal. Mitch doing his thing. If you're going to beat this Pacer teams 3 times in a row, you have to play team defense. You have to play better one-on-one defense. And I love what we saw from Mikal. Look, 12 points, 5 boards, 1 steal. Didn't hit a 3 tonight. Can he look a little bit out of it sometimes? Yes. But I just love what we saw from him in terms of being more aggressive on the defensive end. Making Halliburton feel you. Make him, just put a hand on him. Make him feel your presence around those picks, right? And they finally called some moving picks on the Indiana Pacers tonight. Turner got into foul trouble. Obi Toppin with a terrible game on their part. Terrible game. And now here we are, guys. Let's do this. Respectfully, I disagree with you that OG played great. Yeah, I said OG played great earlier. I was just excited, Eddie. Look, OG is going to give you some great defense. And he did tonight. I like that he was more aggressive. Knicks were finding him on the post a lot. They have Nemhard on him. That's barbecue chicken. Knicks were finding OG Anunoby on the post. I thought he got, the crappy end of the stick in terms of some foul calls again. But he was getting to the free throw line, hit all of his free throws, and more of that. The threes will come. He's getting open looks, and that's a positive sign. OG Anunoby's getting open looks. He's just not converting on them. Those shots will fall down for OG. They will fall down. Hopefully they do in game 6, because we're going to need those threes for OG. But just his presence defensively, you know what he can bring. And to me, I thought Thibodeau pretty much really expanded the rotation, and really the rest was like OG sat for quite a bit in the first half. Brunson sat for a lot in the first half, right? Cat was in foul trouble, but you're starting to trust your bench, and this is what we've been asking for and wanting. Deuce with the 2 hard fouls. I love it. Hart doing hard things. DeLon Wright, 1 steal, 3 assists for DeLon Wright. Love it. 0-3. And DeLon Wright got some open looks tonight, right? Shamet, incredible. A+ game for Landry Shamet, guys. Another round of applause for Landry Shamet. I keep going back to Landry Shamet. Do you know how hard it is for somebody who had a great close to the season and then gets yanked from the rotation and then gets thrown back to the Wolves and then plays really well? True professional. And Tom Thibodeau has spoken about that regarding Landry Shamet and DeLon Wright. True professionals staying ready. And here we are. I think you could ride those guys in Game 6. You're going to need your bench in Game 6. You're going to need Brunson. It's going to be a team effort if we really want to do these things. Do this. Let's go. Loud and Clear says everyone hit that like button. Let's go. Brunson Burner. Mig says everything we wanted them to adjust in the last live, they corrected, including Shamet and Wright subs. Yes. See, Migs, I do say some smart things, right? Sometimes. Halliburton, Dakota, what up, man? Pacer fan in here. Halliburton folded. Second time this postseason, the dude refuses to shoot. I will crash out if Hallie doesn't shoot again on Saturday. Was sad to watch him defer nonstop. I think you got to give credit to Mikal Bridges. He played way better defensively on Hallie. Way better. Marshall Owens says Nembhard got bodied today. Yeah. Look. Mathurin again. Mathurin's going to be a problem off the bench. He's physical. He's a big body. He's starting to get into a rhythm. That's somebody for them that you got to watch for them. Obi with a terrible game. Absolutely terrible game for Obi Toppin. Plus minus negative 26. Golly. Turner, awful. Nembhard, awful. Naismith, awful. Siakam, Halliburton, awful. Defensive intensity. That's what we wanted to see from start to finish. From start to finish. And here we are, 3-2, headed back to Indiana. Mike, what's going on, Mike? Hope all is well, man. Hope what you're going through, persevere through it, man. Knicks, watching the Knicks are literally all I got right now. And the win tonight was epic. We can do this. Mike, appreciate you, bro. Hope all is well with you. Praying for whatever you go through. Hopefully you get out of it. Appreciate you in here. Thank you for becoming a member again. Let's go. Let's go. Can we do this? Can the Knicks do this? I think we can. Flop of the year. Here it is. I want you guys to watch Nembhard. Watch him. Bro, flop of the year. Flop of the year. Look at his head. Look at his head. Look at his look. Look at him. Look. From here on out, watch him. Yo, you are a flopper, bro. Get out of here with that stuff, man. Get out of here with that stuff. Isaiah. My bad, Isaiah. I didn't see you. Working hard at the new job, man. Hope all is well at the new job. Haven't been able to watch, but listen to the game. Proud of how this team came out. Knicks in 7. Isaiah, appreciate you in here. Good luck on the new job, man. One game, Dino. One game. Trust the bench. Eric says trust the bench. Let's go. There's a sense of belief now, so let's lock in. I love it. There's a sense of belief. I never thought this Knicks team would lay down. I never thought they would lose to this Pacer team again in back-to-back years in Madison Square Garden. And now you essentially have to put the pressure on them because they don't want to come back to New York. They're probably telling themselves, like, look, it's following the same script as the Boston series. Literally, game by game, it has followed the same script on the Knicks side. But you don't want to go to Indiana and get laid out like the Celtics did in Game 6 in Madison Square Garden. I don't think it's in this Knicks team DNA. I don't. All I'm asking for, close game, 6 minutes left, Knicks up, it's anyone's game. Get it to Game 6. Don't let them extend their lead. Don't let them get to a 10, 15, 20-point lead. Let's not chase a lead. All I'm asking for is a close game in Game 6. 6 minutes left. Put the ball in your captain's hands where he's clutched the most on the road in hostile environments. And let's do this. Let's bring this back to New York. Come on. I think we can do it. I think we can. I really do. We about to make a name for ourselves from Carl. Knicks play better as underdogs. Knicks in 7, West End. JB shut them talking heads up. Dakota says, I really think it's going 7. Interesting. Dakota says, I really think it's going 7. Let's go, man. Let's get some more highlights in here, guys. How about that? Let's get some more cat highlights in here. Big cat. Big cat. Look at that. Look at that. That's how you play. Look at the stare. Look at the stare. On a bad knee. On one bad knee. Come on. Flex on him. Flex on him. Flex on him. I'm feeling good, man. You did what you're supposed to be doing. You did what you're supposed to be doing. You did what was supposed to be done. And here we are. And how about John Starks helping out the refs? Let's see if I can get this highlight in here for you guys. I don't know if I can get it in there for you guys. Oh, Landry Shamet. Can't leave with no Landry Shamet highlights. All right, here we go. Watch Landry Shamet. Watch him. Fighting over the pick. Aggressiveness. Switch. Nowhere. Nowhere. Fighting over the pick again. Nowhere. 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 Come on. Stare at the bench. Come on, man. Hell of a game from Landry Shamet. Hell of a game from Landry Shamet. The defense that he put on, the defensive display that he put on tonight was incredible. Incredible. Here it is. Here's John Starks. Yo, these referees have been so bad. We got to get John Starks helping them out. Look at Starks on the baseline. Look. Out of bounds. Let's go. They got to help out the refs, man. The refs have been bad. I don't know. They got blinders on. John Starks got to help out the refs. Hell of a game from your Knicks. 111-94. Pacers still up 3-2 in the series. We're going back to Indiana. Incredible just start to this game. And it started with your captain. It started with the sense of urgency, the sense of desire to just annihilate the Pacer team and give them no hope. And that's what captains do, right? They lead. And you were being led by your captain and Jalen Brunson. And now we're going back to Indiana, where, yes, I would say it's going to be a tough place to win. But we did it in game 3, right? Just got to get one, right? And then game 7, it's up in the air, right? You just got to get one. And I feel like this Knicks team is destined to do that. I really do. I do. And like I said, I want to blow up that Halliburton choke sign, blow it up. If we do this, put it on my wall, and it is going to stay on my wall for the rest of my time as a content creator. As the camera zooms in on me. They agree. Let's go. Hit some of your comments. Appreciate you guys in here. Wayne says cat domination. They got no answers. Let's go. Let's go. Stanley says Knicks were terrible from three-point range tonight in game 6. Knicks need to shoot the 3-ball well to win. Stanley agree. OG missed a lot of good ones, a lot of open ones. Mikal 0-4 from 3, right? 0-4 for 3 from Mikal Bridges. Jalen Brunson 4-7, man. Talk about an efficient night from your captain. You needed it. I think they will, man. Shoot better, right? That's the beauty of these games, though. You never know what's going to happen from game to game. But I think the Knicks found a defensive recipe tonight. And Thibodeau trusted DeLon Wright more, and he trusted Shamet more. Now, he didn't play Shamet until the fourth quarter. And when Shamet came in the game, he made an impact. I really want him to go to Shamet earlier. And it seems like when Josh Hart is coming in these games, he's not coming out no matter what. And I just hope that doesn't bite Thibs when he makes the necessary, switch. Because when you have Shamet playing so well with the defensive intensity, he can spread the floor. There's times when, you can change that, Thibs. Right? You can sub out Hart every now and then. He doesn't need to play the entire half from when he's subbed in. So, but Josh Hart stepped it up in the fourth. Key plays, timely plays. The turnovers have to stop. Right? And I think they will, hopefully. Just can't turn the ball over. And let's go. Let's go. Wayne says Mikal responded tonight. Gabe says 1 game at a time. As long as our defense is on and Thibs uses the bench, the finals are in sight. Let's go. Eric says the defensive recipe to pick up Hallie at half court. Thank you. Stop their pace. Eric, that's what we've been asking for. Pick up Halliburton in the half court like they do to Jalen Brunson. Naismith is getting away with foul after foul after foul. They're just not calling everything, right? Naismith actually missed a lot of open. I think he missed like 2 open threes for Naismith. Yeah, 1 of 5 from 3. 16 minutes for Naismith. So he's playing on a bad ankle. But when Naismith comes out of the game in these first quarters, the Pacers are going with, they're switching Nembhard on him, or they're putting Ben Shepherd on Jalen Brunson. So Naismith is tiring out Brunson, and then they're getting a smaller guy on Brunson to close out the quarters as Brunson is stamina is winding down. So, but Brunson still cooks Shepherd. I'm not worried about that. But the close to the quarters, first quarter wasn't good, but you saw Thibodeau made the adjustment in the second half when he took out Jalen Brunson to close the third quarter, and he put in more defense, right? So it's going to be a chess match from here on out. I just hope that when we get to game 6, you trust your bench, you let them ride. Now, if they're playing poorly, obviously you deviate, but they've been playing really well for this team, especially Landry Shamet, who has really surprised me. And look, they're playing 14 minutes, 14 great minutes from Shamet. The defense is just really like awesome. Like awesome. I showed you that play where he was fighting over pick and roll after pick and roll after pick and roll, and he was just getting after it. Like, that's how you play. Like, that's how you play. Dakota, man, appreciate you. Mike says Shamet's situation is weird to me. Thibs literally iced him because of 1 turnover in game 1 and 1 turnover in game 2 against the Pistons. He didn't even get to the opportunity to shoot, but campaign low IQ plays. Yeah, it is weird to me, Mike. I do think Thibs is trusting Hart a little bit too much, and he doesn't trust his bench, right? You can tell, like, it's taking a lot out of him to play these guys. But he's playing them, so we got to give credit where credit's due. He's playing them, and they're providing a great impact. He made the switch. Campaign, garbage. Bye-bye. Should have been sooner. Should have been sooner. From the Celtics series, you guys know I was asking him to make that switch. But he went to them. Loud and Clear says Benedict Butt Cheeks Mathurin. Benedict Butt Cheeks Mathurin. Like Ant was saying, Josh needed to come out because he was getting open looks and he couldn't hit them, but Thibs subs out OG instead. I was literally confused. Fourth quarter comes around. I wrote it down here. Thibs takes out Josh Hart. And then he subs. Oh, he takes out Landry Shamet and keeps Hart in the game. Right? So, but we won. Like, we won. I don't want to complain too much, but there's little things to watch. Yvette. What's going on, Yvette, with the 20? Really appreciate the super chat. Says, I really think the Pacers thought the game was going to be easy for them tonight since the Knicks might not want to go back to Indiana. Thank you so much, Anthony Yvette. Much love to you. Thank you for the super chat and thank you for the support. Thank you all for the support. I really think the Pacers thought the game was going to be easy for them tonight. Yeah, they came into tonight like with a sense of like kind of like some arrogance, right? And the Knicks laid them out. They took the first punch, and it was led by your captain and Jalen Brunson. And the Pacers just never responded after that. Once Brunson got going in that first quarter, once he hit those threes to get the crowd going, like it was a loud first quarter for this Knicks team. Even Reggie Miller said it on the broadcast. He said the Pacers looked a little bit shook. Looked a little bit shell-shocked in that first quarter. And that's exactly where the Knicks wanted them to be. So, that's why I'm saying get it back to Game 7. Once again, Yvette, appreciate the super chat. Isaiah says, Jalen had a phenomenal game. That is what a true superstar does when his back is up against the wall. This is why we love Captain Clutch. Let's go. Let's go. D Black says Hart's hands are almost as bad as Robinson's lately. Yeah. The decisions sometimes from Hart, I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Why you forcing that pass, bro? What are you doing? And thoughts on the Halliburton smile at the end. I'm trying to look it up. He smiled? Can't find a picture, but he smiled there. Look. Oh, Tyrese Halliburton leaves the floor laughing after the game. Yo. Hold on. Come on, man. Bring this back to New York. Bring this back to New York, right? Is everyone feeling the same? Like bring this back to New York, man. I want this dude to have egg on his face. I want this dude to have egg on his face. With his little ugly ass smile, bro. Please, Jalen Brunson. Please. That would be an all-timer, guys. If the Knicks do this, and I think they can, get this man off my screen. If the Knicks do this, and I really think they can, I hope. Guys, I really want this Knicks team to do it. I really want that picture to come back to bite them. I really do. But job's not finished. They're going to come out with tons of energy in Game 6. They're home. His father's probably going to be there setting baseline. And honestly, in Game 4, I think it was like kind of like a slap in the Knicks' face. Even though the Knicks lost, I mean, you had McAfee like cursing on the microphone, telling Knicks fans to go home, like Ben Stiller. It was just a disaster for them. And I really just want all of this, the two Knicks fans that unfortunately got stabbed in Indiana, and all of a sudden they get no news coverage, but the dude that got a garbage trash can thrown at him, he gets courtside seats, pictures with Halliburton. I really want all of this to come back to them. Like, just throw it back in their face. But we got work to do. Right? I could say all of this, but we got work to do. So let's go. Please, Woody, let this go to Game 7. Look, you came into tonight with a mission. It started from your captain. And honestly, that's been the formula. Right? Brunson comes out hot. Then Cat gets subbed out. And then the baton literally gets passed to Karl-Anthony Towns, right? It's like a race. Jalen Brunson passes the baton to Cat. And now it's Cat's turn. And I love that because it's kind of like 1A, 1B. When Brunson's out the game, Cat dominates. right? And like I said earlier, the Pacers have no one to guard Cat this entire series. Miles Turner cannot guard Karl Anthony Towns. He can't. Nobody. Pascal Siakam cannot guard Karl Anthony Towns. This is on one bad knee, by the way. So I love the formula. OG Anunoby keep shooting. Mikal keep shooting. Bench, keep doing your thing. Deuce, keep doing those hard fouls. I see you, Deuce. That's what I love. Those hard fouls. Let's go. Let's go. Yvette says the Pacers thought they were coming to celebrate. Yeah, right? Just like Pacers are really good, right? But the Knicks kind of reality check, right? Like honestly, guys, if you look at it, right? Game 1, disaster. We should have won that game. Game 2, close game. Right? I mean, Thibodeau, no Cat, campaign, whatever. Game 3, we win. Game 4, close game until it kind of got away from us. And tonight, dominant from start to finish. So, from every game, you can kind of, like, every game has kind of been close. So, I'm sure this is exactly what this Knicks team is telling each other in the locker room. Like, guys, we should be up right now. Even Josh Hart said it before the game. We could be the guys up 3-1 easily. But you're not, right? You don't want to play that Boston card where we should be up there. You're not. So now we have to play our best game in Game 6, lay it out, and let's do this. Let's come back to New York for Game 7. That's what we want. I'm excited. I'm excited and nervous. I'm excited about this win. They got it done. They did what they were supposed to do. And now here we are. Here we are. Wayne says we got to go into Indy with our hair on fire. All hands on deck. Presses on the Pacers. Make them feel it. Isaiah says the game makes me upset. Makes me more upset for Game 1. Yeah, Isaiah. It does. It does. It does. All right, let's get to your Discord calls. I've talked a lot. I see you guys in the Discord. If you're in the Discord, just put yourself on mute and let me get to your Discord calls. You guys can call into the show every single post game. Link is in the chat. I think the link's in the chat. Right? Links in the chat. Yeah, links pinned up in the chat. Pinned up in the chat. All right. I know you guys want to talk. Let's go. Let's go. Man, we got it done, man. We got it done. I love it. I love it. I love that we got it done. Love that we got it done.
So,
alrighty, we are live in the Discord chat. I guess we can go to Yuri. What's going on? How are you?
I said I wasn't going to be in here yesterday, but I was like, I can't abandon this team. I can't do it.
Yuri, come on now. You said you weren't watching, and now you back?
I couldn't do it, Ant. I couldn't do it.
First and foremost, hold up. If the New York Knicks are your team, how are you not going to watch?
I'm too high on the lows, too high on the wins. It's one of those games.
You got to ride it through, baby. You got to ride it through.
I'm having a hard time riding it through this series, man.
What you got? What you got tonight?
All right, what I got tonight? Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson, I can't say enough about him. I went from bashing him yesterday for defense, but you know what? He shut me up. I'm proud of this team. That's all I got, words. I'm just a man with poor self-control. Discover said it the best. I'm a man with poor self-control. But no, seriously. Jalen Brunson and Cat, the pair of Kobe and Shaq. You know what I mean? Mikal, not a good start offensively, right? But he was doing it for defense. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And overall, just a good team win. Series is now 3-2, and I want this to go to 7 just so I could shut up Tyrese at the Garden.
Yo, Yuri, I swear, man, if this goes to 7 and we finish them out, I am printing that poster and putting it on my wall. The choke sign. That would be the ultimate chokes on you. I'm telling you.
Literally.
Literally.
I want it to go to 7, man. Listen, I said what I said yesterday. I said what I said in the last post game. I'm gonna say it again. No Knicks fan should be ashamed of how this team did this postseason. Everyone had this team not coming in to the Eastern Conference Finals. Matter of fact, everyone was calling out first round exits, and let's just be real. First round exits. And we're in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Mm-hmm.
I want every Knicks fan to enjoy watching this series, especially since we're down 3-2. Myself included, will be watching Game 6, right? With a heavy heart. But I know that this team has a very bright future ahead. That's all I'm going to say. What do you think, Ant?
Yeah, we do, but we win in Game 6, man. We bring this back to New York. Let's go. We'll talk about that in the summer. Appreciate the call, Yuri.
Well, always.
Go Knicks. Appreciate the call. Let's get to Figure. Let's get to you up next. What you got tonight?
What's up, Ant? What's good, fam?
What up? What up?
Great night to be. What's going on, guys? It's a great night to be a Knicks fan. Again, it's always a good night to be a Knicks fan, but tonight feels really good because I feel like this is actually the first game in this series that one of the two teams, completely knocked the other one out, and it was us.
Yeah.
Because we are the better team.
Yeah.
Anybody who wants to sit there and say Halliburton's a better point guard than Jalen Brunson, or that Indiana's just a better team, wrong on every front. We have not played well. We have not finished well. We have not executed well. Our coach definitely hasn't utilized our players to the best of their ability. And we're starting to see some changes there. I'm still not 100% satisfied, Ant, and I know that you were happy with Josh Hart tonight. I will say this. Josh Hart still leaves a little to be desired when it comes to turnovers.
Yeah.
Still leaves a lot to be desired, actually, on some of his boneheaded mistakes, because it's not just turnovers with Josh Hart. Every time he has the ball in his hands, I'm clutching my pearl. You know what I mean? The guy makes me nuts. I love him. I have a toxic relationship with Josh Hart because he does these things to us, and I know that I should hate him, but then he makes me love him. But hey, that's what it is. Just one more thing I'd like to say tonight that I noticed just right off the bat. We had beautiful ball movement tonight, and I was so happy to finally see that. The Pacers their strength is not defense. If we continue, how many times in this series have we really been moving the ball around the horn? If anybody goes back and watches any of the key plays, look at the first quarter. Look how we were moving the ball around. Bat, all around the arc. That is what is going to win. They do not play defense. When we spread out the defense, we will find the open man. Jalen was looking for his shot. He was just doing such a beautiful job on passing the ball around. Ball movement until we can puke, guys. This is what it's going to take to beat these guys. I love the Cat. If his legs are just not, he doesn't have the legs to shoot a three, points in the paint, my brother. Points in the paint. But
dominant.
Let's go, Knicks. Let's take this and let's go ahead and snatch out their hearts in Indiana. Bring it back to the Garden. Let's tear down the roof. Let's close down 7th Avenue. Let's go. Let's run with this. Knicks in 7, guys. Let's go.
Appreciate the call. Love the call. Love the passion. Knicks in 7. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Knicks in 7. Yeah, Josh Hart, I have a love-hate relationship with him. I love Josh Hart, but, I don't understand the long stretches that Thibs has with him. But, hey, we won, so I'm not going to go there yet. But here we go. I'm happy. All right, let's go to Say Quizzy. You up next. What's going on, Say Quizzy?
You can.
Yeah, we got you.
Glad we won today. We didn't lose in New York. That's what I was hoping for. We made it to a game, going to game 6 now.
Mm-hmm.
But Brunson today was on one. To start that game, he did not want to lose.
Nope.
Did not want to lose. Bucket after bucket after bucket. He shot 12 for 18. Like, to all the Brunson haters, I don't want to hear nothing about free throws because he only had 4. And he had, 32, I believe?
Yep.
So I don't want to hear no more talking about Brunson this, Brunson that. We won't be here without Brunson. But Josh Hart got to fix the turnovers, my guy. Yeah, you passing out of open layups, turnover, running down the court, just throwing it. I'm like, yo, he got to fix that. Like, we can't be up 20, and then you just start doing turnovers at the turnovers. I'd rather you take shots, and if you miss, you miss. But turning the ball over, we do not want to do against the Pacers because it's going to turn into buckets, free throws, whatever. But they got to fix that. We survived. But today was the defense.
Yep.
The defense finally showed up.
Yep.
They clamped down Halliburton. The defense was everywhere. When they switched and Pacers did a second pass, Knicks was swarming everywhere today. We need to keep doing that. Like, to me, you can't beat no Pacers if they score 120. You got to keep them under 110. If you could keep them under that, you got a chance of beating them. But if they get to that 120, 130, we got to do a bunch of scoring, in which the Knicks ain't the best at doing. If we could keep it close, a low-scoring game, we play better like that. But Tibbs, he trusts his bench. That's what we need to see for the next game. Because we've seen this story before where Tibbs play the bench and then the next game, for some reason, we don't see them no more. And we've seen this a bunch of times. You could say Cameron Payne, game 1 versus Pistons, had the best game of his life. Game 2, we didn't see Cameron Payne. But then after that, he ain't have no other good game, and we seen him more.
Yeah.
Like, game 3, you seen the bench, but he had to because they got in foul trouble. He played them. Game 4, he had the starters out there the whole entire third quarter when the starters was playing bad and made us go down by 11. And then you put the bench in to try to save the day, and if they don't, you take them out and put the starters back in. So I'm praying that third quarter, he don't do that again. Don't play the starters the full third. Put in the bench and let Brunson or Cat rest, or one of them stay on the court and go off. And then the fourth, you bring the starters in. Hopefully that keeps going. And I say the refs was better today because game 4, the fouls was crazy. I think today they let everybody play. They let it be physical today, which I believe it works better for the Knicks because knowing Cat with the fouling, if they call every soft call, Cat will foul out every single game. So hopefully they keep calling it like that. Not next game, give like 50 free throws up. But Pacers better win game 6 because if we make it to game 7, anything can happen. There's a toss-up. Those Pacers players, they gonna get nervous. Them shots, them threes, them crazy threes they be taking sometimes might start being air balls. So they better win because I know Pacers is gonna be aggressive. Halliburton gonna try to score. He's gonna try to get his 25. So if we could slow him down, slow Siakam down, they're gonna be nervous for game 7. But that's what I really got to say.
Let's go. Put the pressure back on them. And like you said, the Knicks passed the baton. Cat in that second quarter, 12.7 boards. Jalen Brunson in the first quarter, 14 points, excuse me. So passed the baton. And yes, Hart, a lot of passes on wide open layups tonight for the Knicks, just unforced turnovers. But regarding the Tibbs bench, we all see it. Trust them. They play good. Sham is playing phenomenal. Trust them. Don't play the starters the whole quarter and get antsy. Like, trust your subs, man. And assistant coaches, too, on the Knicks. Come on, let's do it. Isaiah. What's up, Isaiah? I see Isaiah's up next. What's going on?
What's going on, Ant?
Let's go.
Very proud of this team tonight.
Yep.
You know, one thing I was thinking about was, I forget the guy's name, but one of the analysts earlier was saying that, Brunson's carrying an average team. Does this look like an average team tonight? I don't think this looks like an average team.
Oh,
that's all I was hearing.
I know you're
the
talking
average
about.
Team.
That was Greeny.
This is not average.
I was
team,
surprised by that. Greeny said that in the ESPN.
Listen, I love the respect to Brunson, but this is not an average team. Stop that.
Yeah.
Stop it. Another thing, like I was saying, I can't technically watch the games because of what I do now, but I'm able to listen to them still. So I was listening to, I've been listening to every game. And yeah, I'm just proud. Like I said, I believe in this Knicks team. I believe we're the better team, and I think it got shown tonight. It's shown tonight. Pacers might have more depth, but this Knicks team is more talented. When Thibs uses his head and actually does the right thing, this team does amazing things. Amazing things, man.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm telling you, I'm calling. It's going to Game 7. I really believe that because I listen. I know Halliburton's smiling, but I know how Rick Carlisle is. When he starts to panic, it's not good. And I saw that he was panicking a lot. I heard it. I heard from people saying that he looks nervous.
Yeah,
he should be. Because this next team, I don't even think we had a great game today. I don't think they played their best yet. Still this series, I still don't think they have. OG missed a lot of shots. What happens if the starts falling for OG and all that? What's gonna happen?
Mm-hmm. Talk about it.
They should be worried, man. They should be worried.
Let's go.
And I told Yuri earlier too. I said, hey, because we were talking. I said, hey, Yuri, if I'm the Pacers, you need to beat this team tonight. I would not give this team, this next team, a sliver of chance, hope. And they just that. Knicks and 7, baby. I'm out of here.
Isaiah, appreciate you. Appreciate you. Thank you for the support. Hope all is well, as always. Knicks and 7. Let's go. Phone lines are open, ladies and gentlemen. You guys can call in if you want. Let's go. I'm excited, man. We could do this. If there's any team that can do this, it's the Knicks. Right? They played their best game of the series tonight, start to finish. Don't feel too good about yourselves, though. Right? Feel happy that you extended it. But they should go home, just look at more tape. Because, the Pacers are going to come out in Game 6 on fire. Halliburton's going to come out aggressive. You gotta neutralize him because he's going to want to come out aggressive like he did in Game 4. So, I like what we saw from Mikal. Much better defensively. Right? So, come on. Come on. El Figgy says Thibs got to let Shamet, Wright, and Precious cook a little more. Yeah. Yeah. Nah, I knew they were nervous when Hack and Mitch came out. Yeah, the thing is, they're going to go to that when Karl-Anthony Towns is in foul trouble, and they're going to go to the Hack and Mitch. So Mitchell Robinson just has, Karl-Anthony Towns has to be, I keep saying this after every post game, but it's Karl-Anthony Towns. Like, he does dumb fouls. You just hope that Game 6 isn't one of those dumb foul nights. Like, it's Cat. That's who he is. I keep saying he has to be better. He has to learn from his mistake. But he keeps doing it. So, but you just have to hope that Game 6 is not one of his nights where he's in foul trouble. Because he's proven that you need him on the basketball court. You need him on the court. So, come on. Denver Nuggets says if Knicks win Game 6, which I believe they will, Knicks have the momentum to win Game 7. Knicks in 7. Loud and clear. Let's go. Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's go. Castro says, I know Hart will make up for his mistakes Game 6. They're going to stick with the starting 5. It's looking like they're going to stick with the starting 5. And the rotations are at a good place right now, right? They're at a good place. You got Hart coming in. Maybe Thibs can tinker with that a little bit. Don't play him the entire half once he's in. Shamet has proven that he can shoot. Sniper, man. You feel like it's going in. Every time he shoots, you feel like it's going in now. He's just in such a rhythm. Offensively and defensively. I'm just so impressed with Shamet. I really am. And trust your subs. And you just hope that, you make it a close game and our captain will hopefully bring us back to MSG, right? Should bring us back to MSG. And then Game 7. And when would that be? Monday night? I don't want to think ahead, though. Win Game 6 and let's go. Let's go. Josh Skillful says Thibs really should go even deeper into his bench and throw in Achua. Achua showed you that he could play a little bit, and Achua really good. Like last year, Achua defended Embiid really well, and Achua was on Siakam tonight. And there was a play where Achua guarded Siakam, and DeLon Wright helped off of that play, and I didn't think he needed to, and left his man wide open for a three. And I'm like, Achua can handle Siakam by himself. I like that matchup. When I see Achua on Siakam, I'm okay with that. I like that matchup. Right? You're seeing a lot of OG and Anunoby off Siakam on Nembhard. I wonder if it's because they don't want him to exert a lot of energy, and maybe we don't know the severity of his hamstring. Maybe that's why he's missing his threes. He can't get the lift. We don't know. We saw him favoring his leg today. But I like Achua. I like the defense. Wayne says low-class organization, low-class star, and his dad, it would be so sweet to finish them. Wayne, that would be a perfect dream as Knicks fans. Like, I don't ask for much, but please, if the New York Knicks can come back and just finish the Pacers after being down 3-1. But it starts Saturday, man. Keith says on Saturday we got to come out fighting like dogs. Loud and clear. What do we need to do to get Mikal to play a full game, especially on the offensive side of the ball? He did well on defense tonight. Made his middies tonight, right? Timely mid-range jump shots from Mikal Bridges, which I like. The threes will come. Corner threes, obviously he's better at above the break threes. But I think it's all about confidence with him. Unfortunately, I do think he has a confidence issue. And sometimes he gets rattled a little bit. You could see it kind of in his face. And even before the game during the shoot around, I mean, he just looked down. And I'm like, bro, it's the Eastern Conference Finals. Like, cheer up. He even said after game 4, he's playing bad, right? And it comes within the guys. It comes from the guys in the locker room. They have to, come on, Mikal, keeps doing it, keep shooting. Your defense, his defense was great tonight on Hallie, and he can feed off of that, and hopefully he can build momentum in Game 6. Because what Mikal has shown you is that he can literally have like bad 3 quarters, and in the 4th quarter he can just turn it on. He did it versus Boston, right? So the shots, obviously he had the infamous fast break mid-range jumper, but it's Mikal. Right, it's all about confidence with him, and I think he will have a big game for us. I think because you need your wings when it's all said and done to hit their shots, especially their threes. Like, we need OG to hit those threes. Like, he's hitting the tough ones, but he's missing the wide open ones. It happens, right? It happens, and these games are coming quick. It's every other day. There's no 2 days off. It's every other day. Knicks hop on a plane tomorrow to go to Indiana. So, guys are banged up. Everyone's hurt. OG has played the most games ever in his career. Literally, ever. He's still out there fighting. Mikal, Iron Man. But that's why we wanted Thibs to trust the bench. Go to the bench. These guys are fresh. These guys are ready. And let's go. Let's do this. We can do it. But yeah, we have to take the crowd out early. Yeah. This Rose says it's funny because Kel was doing it early in the season, but after the new year, I trust. Look, Mikal, I trust him. I think he's gonna have a big game. Pacers stole 2 games on our home floor. Now we got to go back and steal 2 on their home floor. 1 more to go. Game 6. Appreciate you guys rocking with me once again. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the super chats as always. Really do. Follow me on TikTok at KnicksNation _, Twitter at KnicksNation, Instagram at KnicksNation. We are still alive. We're still alive. 1 more to go though. Tie it up and let's get back to New York and let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it. Have a great night, guys. I'm Anthony from Knicks Nation. Subscribe, like, all the good stuff. I will be back. I'll be back. Have a great night. I got you guys next time. Peace. Knicks in 7.